Hi, I'm Julianne Perez, Community Engagement Administrator from the City of Largo. If your home was damaged during the recent hurricanes, I have important information about making repairs. Many homes that flooded or had other storm damage are in designated flood hazard areas. In these areas, communities that participate in the National Flood Insurance Program are required to follow a rule about what can be repaired. This is called the Substantial Damage Rule, or FEMA 50% Rule. If the repairs needed to fix all of the damage will cost half of the value of the house, then it is considered to be substantially damaged. In other words, if the cost to fix a house back to the way it was before the storm is 50% of the value of the house, not including the land, then the house is considered substantially damaged. Homes that are substantially damaged in a flood hazard zone area must be brought up to the current floodplain management standards and building code standards, which usually means elevating them or rebuilding them. The City of Largo is responsible for determining which homes and other structures have been substantially damaged, and the city has specific rules from the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, about how to calculate the amount of damage. Each community may have its own standards that vary slightly per code. For example, in the City of Largo, the code reads 50% as the substantial damage threshold, while Pinellas County uses 49%. If your home was damaged, here's what to do and what to expect. First, complete your cleanup. You've probably already removed wet items and started drying out your home. That is the smart thing to do. Removing wet drywall and cabinets is fine without a permit. Be sure to apply for FEMA individual assistance, whether or not you have insurance. Go to disasterassistance.gov to apply. If you had damage from both storms, submit an application for each storm. You can also apply for disaster assistance loans from the U.S. Small Business Administration, even if you don't own a business. Learn more at sba.gov. If you have homeowners or flood insurance, make sure you start your claim by contacting your insurance agent. Talk to them to understand what exactly your policy covers. After that, contact the City of Largo's Building Division at permits@largo.com to find out if a substantial damage assessment is needed or has already been completed. If your home is in an area where a lot of homes had flood damage, a substantial damage inspection is most likely already in the works. You may have received a letter from the City of Largo about next steps. Now, this may take some time to complete all the assessments, but it's the crucial next step. Starting repairs prior to contacting the city can result in costly, unnecessary repairs and expense. To help speed up the process, the city is working with a contractor to provide extra inspectors and assistance with processing building permits for homeowners impacted by Hurricanes Helene or Milton. So to recap, clean up, apply for FEMA assistance, and if you need to make repairs, apply for a permit. Just know that a substantial damage determination may have to be completed before a permit can be issued. Working without permits is not safe and will result in fines and additional costs to the homeowners. We understand this is complicated and each situation is unique, so please email the City of Largo at permits@largo.com with your questions. It is important to note that if your home is determined to be substantially damaged, you can request a detailed reassessment by providing pictures of the damage, itemized repair estimates, or a private property appraisal. If you were initially determined to have substantial damage, the letter you receive will explain your options. We know this is overwhelming, complex, and to some, devastating. FEMA requires all participating cities and counties to follow these rules. If we don't, all residents could lose the ability to purchase flood insurance, and the city could lose other benefits from the National Flood Insurance Program and future federal funding. That would mean, in places where flood insurance is not available, no one in a flood zone could get a federally backed mortgage. The intent of the 50% rule is to reduce the number of repetitive flood losses covered by tax dollars, and to make communities more resilient over time. FEMA audits how cities and counties handle this process, so there's no way to avoid or circumvent these regulations for communities that are part of this program. It is a hard reality after these devastating storms. City of Largo team members are committed to working together to help the community recover the best we can. For more information, please visit largo.com/permits.